Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a little while since I've come and done a video. I've been contemplating the last 2 weeks to do one. I've put it off and I just been praying a lot about the dream that I had or the dreams I've had recently. Um, and I just really wanted to make sure that what I share is from God and what God gives me. I always try to figure it out on my own. I always try to like decipher it. And sometimes, you know, God just revealed to me this week that sometimes what He gives to me in my dreams are really just, they're very simple. God could be very direct and simple to the point, or sometimes it takes a little bit for you to decipher like the dreams that God gives you. And God has been working on that with me. So, this dream that I had, I'm gonna dive into it right now. The dream that I had was the night of January 6th. It was that night going into Monday, January 7th. Um, so this dream that I had, there was two events in this dream that I had, and I will go in more to the first one I had. Um, I had a dream where I think God led me to this. I was in my house that I grew up in when I was, in junior high, high school. I grew up in this home and it was very familiar to me. So I was with somebody. It was like just the silhouette of a person, a man, and they were with me. I felt like they were kind of guiding me because I didn't feel scared, but I couldn't figure I couldn't tell who they were. Um, there was no like actual features of their face that I could see, but I felt like one or two people guiding me in this dream, and I was in my home that I grew up in, and it was nighttime, and I decided to open the front door of the home I grew up in. And when I opened the front door, I saw the moon, and it was so bright, so beautiful and bright. I felt like I could almost touch it. And as I was looking at it, I noticed a rainbow, a beautiful rainbow wrapped around the moon. And in my dream, I was like, that's so odd. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. As I was staring at it, I saw the moon. It was so bright, and the rainbow around it. And all I could think about was how beautiful it was, how I've never seen something like that before. And it was just amazing to me at that moment in my dream. I was like, wow. And I was just marveling at this. And as I felt the presence of one, maybe two people, because I felt somebody inside the house with me, but then when I stepped outside to look at the moon, I felt like somebody else on my right side. And as I was looking at this, like all of a sudden, as I am admiring the moon with the bright, beautiful moon, it almost looked like the sun. That's how bright it was. With the rainbow around it, it just like collapsed in itself. Like it's almost like somebody snapped their fingers and it just caved in and disappeared. And I was just stepped back and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that's what just happened. In my dream, I was like freaked out that I saw that. I'm like, I've never seen that before. I was like, I felt like, honestly, at that moment, I felt like God did that. Like He just made it disappear, and I felt like not a like something was gonna happen. That's what I felt like. I felt like something was about to happen as He took the moon. Like, have you ever seen like when the old time TVs where you like when you shut the TV off and then the screen kind of collapsed in itself and the light just goes in the middle of the screen and then it shuts off. Well, that's what it looked like. The moon with the rainbow around it just like disappeared, and it gave me an uneasy feeling. One moment I was in awe of what I was looking at. The next moment I was like, okay, something's gonna happen. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but this is not good. In that same night, I had another dream. And in that dream, I remember traveling and I was trying to get somewhere, but I wasn't able to get where I was going to. Somebody was forgetting their luggage. The people I was with were forgetting things. It was just didn't seem right. But it kind of switched to a different dream, and I felt like I was high above and almost like I was floating, but not really because I felt like I was grounded. But I was able to see the whole horizon of the East Coast of the United States. And as I was looking at the horizon of the whole East Coast, I also felt the same thing. I felt like there was somebody with me guiding me, but I could see their silhouettes, but I couldn't, there was like no face. It was just like a silhouette. You know, I felt like I was being guided. But I was there looking at the horizon of the whole East Coast. Um, I saw flashes of like light, almost like when lightning strikes, but there's no lightning, like lightning bolts or whatever you want to call them. The East Coast was like lighting up. It was just like just, and I remember looking over there and I just kept thinking like something's going on over there. Like I just remember like seeing the whole East Coast, the 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 horizon of it, I guess you could say, and I could just see the whole East Coast, and I kept thinking, I'm like, something's going on over there. Why is there flashes of light? And I didn't understand what it was. Like I really didn't. And I just felt like something was going on over there. Like I'm not sure exactly what, but the flashes of light happening. It was dark that time again. It was in the nighttime, and I was looking over the horizon of the East Coast, and the flashes of light, almost like lightning was hitting, but there was no lightning, just flashes of light. And again, I felt guided as well, like just somebody was with me. Anyways, those two dreams happened, and they were so vivid. Every time I know I dream what God has given me, my dreams are very, very vivid. I don't even have to close my eyes to remember what I see in my dreams. I could just picture it. And I share this because one, because I've been praying a lot about it, and I've been like wondering what's going on. And I know just with everything going on in the United States and just the government shutdown, and we are actually having a blood moon tonight. I finally I'm making this video of my dream, and I don't want to. It's really hard for me just because this is something that God is giving me, and He's giving me a lot of confirmations of like my dreams and how He speaks to me in other ways, like just to let me know that what He's giving me is real. Like when He talks to me, it's real, it's true. I'm not, it's not anything else. And I guess I have a hard time believing that He talks to me that way sometimes. But throughout this past week, since Monday, Tuesday, He's been giving me like these bits and pieces of things that happened to me in the past, things that have happened recently this past year that have given me confirmation like, this is how I talk to you. You know, remember this, and then this happened, and then it came true. That's how He's been like talking to me. And every single time he's like proving me wrong. Like, when are you gonna believe that what the dreams that I'm giving you are real? They are from me. So I of course told my pastor, and I told him the dream I had about the moon. He gave me a Bible verse in the book of Revelations. It's Revelations chapter 10, and I'll go ahead and read it to you. It said, "Then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven. He was robed in a cloud with a rainbow above his head. His face was like the sun, and his legs were like fiery pillars. He was holding a little scroll, which lay open in his hand. He planted his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land. And he gave a loud shout like the roar of a lion. When he shouted, the voices of the seven thunders spoke. And when the seven thunders spoke, I was about to write. But I heard a voice from the heavens say, 'Seal up what the seven thunders have said, and do not write it down.' Then the angel I had seen standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven. And he swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created the heavens and all that is in them, the earth and all that is in it, and the sea and all that is in it, and said, 'There will be no more delay.' But in the days when the seventh angel is about to sound his trumpet, the mystery of God will be accomplished, as he announced to his servants the prophets. Then the voice that I had heard from heaven spoke to me once more, 'Go and take the scroll that lies open in the hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land.' So I went to the angel and asked him to give me the little scroll. He said to me, 'Take it and eat it. It will turn your stomach sour, but in your mouth it will be as sweet as honey.' I took the little scroll from the angel's hand and ate it, and it tasted as sweet as honey in my mouth. But when I had eaten it, my stomach turned sour. Then I was told, 'You must prophesy again about many peoples, nations, languages, and kings.'" So this passage, when he gave me this, I could not help but cry. Like, the reason I cried is because prior to having this dream with the moon and seeing the whole East Coast and how it felt like there was flashes of light going on over there, right after Christmas, sometime that week after Christmas, maybe around New Year, right before I had this dream, I had a dream that there was something sour put in my mouth. Like, I can't even explain it. I explained it to my husband the following morning when I had it, and I felt so weird. I was like, I literally dreamt, that I got sick in my dream. Like, I felt like something was put in my stomach. And when I remember waking up in the middle of the night and feeling my stomach just feel like I had indigestion, like, just didn't feel good. And it was so weird to me that I would dream that and then wake up feeling that way. So I told my husband, and he's like, "That's really weird." And I have been feeling like that for like on and off since that happened around right after Christmas, right around New Year's. And then up until like maybe a few days ago, it kind of went away already. It's been on and off since then for 2 weeks now, I guess you could say 2-3 weeks. So as I put all of it together, the rainbow, the moon, the thunder, the sour stomach, like the whole chapter 10 in the book of Revelations talks about a rainbow, talks about the face like a sun, it talks about thunders, and it talks about having a sour stomach because you have to, it also in the book of Ezekiel, it says the same thing. When he calls a prophet out, he'll make his stomach sour, but what will come out will be sweet as honey. And as I put that all together, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this, I almost couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is too much of a coincidence, like too much of a just, I was really not trying to make this video long, but as I put it all together, I was like, wow, like this is really happening. And I need to make another video after this because Um, the spirit is prompting me to say it, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to be one of those type of people that brings like just nervousness or fear into people. I think when God talks to you, I think it's a beautiful thing. It's something to be thankful for. And but I also had another dream after this one that happened on um, a week later after I had the dream about the moon. So the dream about the moon was January 6th, that Sunday night, and I had another dream this past Sunday on January 13th. And this wasn't an actual dream. It was God speaking to me, or the Holy Spirit speaking to me. And I remember dreaming, and as I was kind of in the middle of waking up, dreaming, all of a sudden it was like something just talked to me, and it said, "Remember, bomb." And I'm like, I just I was thrown back. Like, why do you want me to remember bomb? Like the word bomb. And I woke up and I just felt really odd. Like, just remember bomb? Like pushing me to like, hey, you need to remember this word when you wake up. Remember bomb. And right now, like I don't know what that means. I don't know what the future holds for this country. Or, we always have these rumors of wars, as the Bible says. You don't never know what's going to happen. Wars and rumors of wars and all that. But as I wrap up this video, I finally just said it, and I feel 10 times better. I just really want you to pray over what I dreamt. If you have any questions for me, if you need more details, just message, put on the comments, ask me a question, I'll answer you. But that's what God has been giving to me since like the new year, I guess you could say. And it's been a lot to take in. I pray for discernment. I pray that the Holy Spirit guides you as you interpret my dreams, that it's only from God. I want you to see God for yourself, not, what I've said. And if what I've said has enabled you to really look for Him, to read the Bible yourself, to pray to Him, to seek Him, I pray that you do. I don't know how much time, till something happens in this country. It could be months, maybe years still. I don't know. God doesn't give you an exact date, time, like when He's coming back. We don't know. The angels don't even know. I mean, we could try to figure out by the signs and to see how close we are, and He will give us signs. But as far as like the exact moment, hour to the T, I don't think we ever will. But I ask that, and I pray actually for anyone watching this video, if you do not have a relationship with God, please seek Him for yourself. Open your Bible, pray to Him. Ask for discernment from watching my videos. What does it say to you? What is God telling you? And as I wrap up this video, I pray everyone have a blessed night. I know tonight is a coincidence, but as I finally made this video, is the blood moon tonight. I just pray over every soul that watches this video. I really do. Like, I hope God speaks to you in some way. And I hope the Holy Spirit prompts you to seek God for yourself. We never know how much time we have left. And we do got to get right with God. Don't wait till it's too late. Something could happen. It could be anything. Like, tomorrow's never promised. So, with that being said, I pray everybody have a blessed night. Good night. Sleep well. And I'll see you in my next video.